And what's your pleasure?
From the Thomaston Place Auction Galleries in Thomaston, Maine, I'm Elizabeth McLeod with Auction Waves.
1,175 once, 100,175 twice. We all good? Sold.
Well, it's been a long winter, but for 3 days in February, the cold and the snow melted away in the heat of bidding as we kicked off the 2026 Thomaston Place Auction Galleries calendar with the latest edition of our Winter Enchantment sale. In this special edition of Auction Waves, we'll review the high spots from this exciting auction. Winter Enchantment 2026 took bidders on a fast-paced tour of the entire world of fine art, antiques, jewelry, and collectibles, with never a dull moment over its weekend-long run. Whatever you collect, you found it at Winter Enchantment. Consider an impressive grouping of scrimshaw from the collection of Ronald T. Veilleux, with many pieces hammering down at prices well above estimate, and a one-of-a-kind scrimshaw-decorated 19th century powder horn, depicting the Maine-built sailing vessel Ivanhoe and the family history of its Belfast-born captain Albert Harriman. That'll carry its history to a new owner for a total of $12,000. Marine items always draw strong interest in our auctions, but it was a unique piece of luggage that took our bidders on a real voyage to adventure.
Can you imagine to be rich enough to have a trunk made just to carry your favorite books?
Imagine indeed, as an original 1920s Louis Vuitton library trunk in its original orange Vuittonite finish captured enthusiastic bidder interest as it steamed far beyond its pre-auction estimate.
I have 16,000, now 17,000. Where you going to ever find another one? I have 16,000 on the phone and now 17. At 16,000 once, at 17,000 on the floor, and now 18,000. Our gentleman seated at 17,000, now 18,000. It's with a gentleman live on the floor now at 17,000 and 18,000. At 17,000 once, 17,000 twice. Need 18,000 I have, and now 19,000. Thanks for your help, though. I have 18,000, now 19,000. I have 18,000, now 19,000 with Carly at 18,000. 18,000, 19. I have 18,000 on the phone, and now 19,000. I have 18,000 once, 18,000 twice. Anyone for 19,000? 18,000 phone.
With the buyer's premium, that item travels on to its new owner for a total of $21,600. Winter Enchantment 2026 offered a unique opportunity for bidders to compete for a selection of world-class jewelry items, and prices reflected the quality of the pieces offered. A breathtaking 18-karat gold hand-woven collar necklace from the workshop of AGA Carrera & Company brought a total price with buyer's premium of $15,600. And fine watches drew powerful attention from frontline bidders from around the world. A pristine specimen of the world-famed Patek Philippe Ellipse wristwatch, complete with paperwork in its original presentation box, will go to its proud new owner for a total of $18,000. Rolex Submariner watches saw vigorous action, with a well-used original owner specimen from the 1970s realizing a total price of $12,000, and a fine 1990s example in the original box with papers bringing a total of $9,600. But the most exciting jewelry items to come to our auction block during Winter Enchantment came to our attention on Free Appraisal Day, when representatives of a Maine-based charity showed Kaja Veilleux several pieces that had been donated to their organization for resale. Their fine workmanship, ornate design, and the brilliance of the gems that adorned the pieces suggested they might well be something more than mere costume jewelry. An expert examination of the items revealed them to be carved ivory and 14-karat gold, encrusted with a dazzling array of fine stones, including sapphires, rubies, emeralds, citrines, and diamonds. And strong similarities were observed between these pieces and the work of the famed early 20th century Italian designer Fulco de Verdora. Each of these pieces received strong bidder attention, but the crowning sale of the group was Lot 3082, a regal brooch depicting a proud knight on horseback, enhanced by 109 individual gems. With the buyer's premium, that one-of-a-kind piece will go to its new owner for a total price of $19,200. A second brooch from this grouping, depicting a finely detailed elephant and rider, encrusted with 172 gems, including sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, turquoise, and tourmaline, surmounted by a gleaming single pearl, also far exceeded its original estimate, realizing a total price of $13,200. What a way to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Kaja Veilleux's introduction to the auction world of Free Appraisal Day. As always with Thomaston Place Auctions, Winter Enchantment brought a vigorous assortment of fine art from all over the world. Global art markets in recent years have shown a strong interest in the works of 20th century French post-impressionist Jean Dufy, and we were privileged in this auction to offer 3 outstanding works from this notable artist. Small yet visually dynamic, these 3 paintings from the estate of a notable private collector brought strong bidder interest, with each selling for more than the last, culminating with a strong competition for lot 2324.
I have 15,000, now 16,000, 16,000 on the biggest one of the bunch. I have 16,000 with Paige, now 17,000, 17,000 with Emily, now 18,000. I have 17,000, now 18,000 if you'd like it. I have 17,000 once, 17,000 twice, and 18,000 if you want to own it. Any more? 17,000 once, all the phones are out. It's with Emily at 17,000. Any more? Emily, 17,000. They got them all.
The 3 Jean Dufy paintings, with the buyer's premium, sold for a combined total of $57,600. And that's something to stave off the winter cold. Other sales of note of works by international artists include a distinctive piece by the 19th century German realist Alexander Koester, which exceeded its pre-auction estimate to bring a total price with buyer's premium of $10,200. Notable also was a boldly colorful Castilian mountainscape by founding member of the Veilleux school, Benjamin Palencia, also changing hands for a total price of $10,200. And a fine specimen of a mid-1950s print of Picasso's Head of a Faun, pencil signed by Picasso and numbered 224 of an edition of 300, exceeded estimate at a total selling price of $5,100. Always a centerpiece of our auctions, our collection of American artists, this time emphasized an assortment of works representing the 19th century White Mountain School. 2 pieces by Frank Henry Shapley brought 5-figure prices, including lot 2109, a breathtaking view of the Glen Road, with the majestic slopes of Mount Washington looming over the scene. Those 2 Shapley pieces sold for a combined price with buyer's premium of $28,800. Our strong emphasis on the works of outstanding Maine artists continues to attract vigorous bidder notice, with pieces by Imero Gobato and Dalov Ipcar bringing, with the buyer's premium, prices of $11,400 each. But it was a bracing 1940 view of Captain Upton's house at Cape Elizabeth by Andrew George Winter that attracted the strongest bidding for a painting in our Winter Enchantment sale.
Oh, look at this. A lot of interest in this picture. And May have what? 10,000. I have 10,000 on the floor, and 11,000, and 12,000 on the floor, and 13 on the floor, and 14, and 14, and 15, 15, and 16, and 17, and 18, and 19, and 20, and 21, and 22, and 23, and 24, and 25, and 26, 25,000 and 26,000 at fabulous painting at 25,000 Gentleman's Center on the floor at 25,000 once, 25,000 twice, and 26,000. Congratulations, I'm glad you got it.
With the buyer's premium, this definitive vision of the rocky majesty of the Maine coast brought a total price of $30,000. Fine furniture and decor always have their time in the spotlight in our feature auctions. An early 19th century John and Thomas Seymour Sheraton card table in fine inlaid mahogany realized a total price of $5,100, and an exquisitely handcrafted pair of drum-form burlwood side tables by the modern furniture maker William Schweitzer well exceeded pre-auction estimates as they brought a total price of $4,200. And works by contemporary Maine craftsman David Marginelli continue to build their reputation as a fine investment in the antiques of tomorrow, with a dining table in gleaming solid cherry pacing the Winter Enchantment furniture offerings at a total price of $6,000. Winter Enchantment also featured an impressive collection of fine porcelain and glassware, with her end pieces in the Queen Victoria pattern drawing strong attention from bidders. But it was a unique collection of 19th century Russian porcelain and glass that generated the most excitement in that category, with cut crystal glassware from the Imperial Glass Factory bearing the seal of Tsar Alexander II, bringing dramatic interest.
6 Russian cut crystal tumblers from the Imperial Glass Factory with the same insignia as the last ones. And what's your pleasure on these? 14,000, now 15,000. I have 14,000, now 15,000. I have 14,000, now 15,000, and 14 and 15. I have 14,000 once, 14,000 twice, and you went for 15,000. You know, the more you pay, the better the drink tastes. I have 14,000, now 15,000. I have 14,000 once, 15,000. Make sure you put this somewhere in a case safe. I have 14,000 anymore because we'll never see these again. 14,000 it is.
Together, 2 lots of Alexander II punch cups and tumblers sold for a combined price of $31,200. We'll drink to that. Every auction has its surprises, and for Winter Enchantment, the biggest surprise unfurled near the end of the final day of bidding. One particular item among the collection of rare books and ephemera featured on the closing Sunday of the sale caught our interest in the marketing department, and we definitely weren't the only ones to pay attention when a rare volume in Latin by the 16th century German alchemist Heinrich Herrenroth came to the block.
I have 9,500, now 10,000 I have, and now 11,000. I have 10,000, now 11,000 if you want that rare book. I have 10,000, now 1,100. At 10,000 once, 10,000 twice, in for 11,000 with Carol at 10,000 once, twice, and any more. 10,000, Carol, your player. A lot of interest in that.
With the buyer's premium, this unique artifact changed hands for $12,000. Talk about turning your dreams into gold. And so Winter Enchantment 2026 takes its place in the annals of our successful auctions. You can review all the sales in the past auction section of our website, thomastonauction.com. Attention at the gallery now turns to assembling our upcoming sales. Our next big feature auction comes to you in June, and we're currently accepting consignments for Summer Splendor 2026. If you have fine art, antiques, unique collectibles, fine jewelry, or other auction-worthy items, learn how you can unlock their true value by visiting our consignment page at thomastonauction.com/consign. But don't wait, the consignment window for our June sale closes on April 17th. Our program is written, produced, and edited for you by yours truly, Elizabeth McLeod, who wishes you smooth sailing and happy bidding for Auction Waves. Auction Waves is an exclusive presentation of Thomaston Place Auction Galleries in Thomaston, Maine.